Hi there. Welcome. Thanks for chopping in. Check it out, pop it in, whatever. I'm gonna have a hard time talking tonight. Had a couple beers before, but that's not really the point. I've been up since like 4, maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, something ridiculous. Got on the road at 5 and got up to Boston. I don't know, it was like 9:30, 10. Then I had like a parking disaster. I didn't get to the golf course. It doesn't matter. Then I walked the golf course, the front 9. Then I went to the bar. It's been a day. It has been a day. So I appreciate you. There's a lot of golf content out there. We say this every week. Appreciate you coming by, checking things out. Maybe like the last thing you watch or listen to before a lineup block. That's kind of like my block. There's a lot of stuff, though, on Wednesday night. I know that. So I don't have I'm not organized. I'm not ready. Not the same without the maps in the background. All right. So I'm sorry, Mike. Yeah, I didn't bring the map with me to hang up. My lighting's all screwed up. I used the ice bucket to prop up the computer. I got a nice chair, though. This is a lot more comfortable than the couch. So this is going to be very relaxing. So what do I want to do here? I don't have like show notes per se. Just going to go over some stuff. Going to go over some things that I saw today. Give some opinions. Go over some bets and some picks. And we're not going to get too upset. And we're going to try to get some sleep. Because Xander tees off at like 7:40 tomorrow. And I want to be there. All right. I know, Mike. You're a good man. Appreciate it. That's a good pick, Steve. Are we concerned about Spieth's food poisoning? That's the question. I found out about that today. Everybody found out about it. It was like I got an inside tip. So that wasn't comforting because I like Spieth a lot. And, you don't want to hear that. What's up, Red? How are you? My notes. I don't know. No, I didn't read your notes, Charlie. I don't know what you're referring to there about Spieth. It's fine. Charlie, thanks for watching, taking part. We miss you when you're not here. All right, so what do I want to do? Let's think about this. So something weird happened last week. Not weird. So I've talked about how I wanted to, I want to do things differently. Not only just a show format, but also how I play, like how I'm making picks. Because I don't know, it's getting boring. And I'm starting to feel like I'm missing out on a profitable strategy. So I've been, I've been experimenting. What I've started to do is I made a player pool. Now I don't make a set number of guys. Like, all right, I need 20 players for my player pool. I need 16 or I need 23. I just kind of do it and see what I come up with. Pick a couple guys in each range. Some ranges will be a little bit stronger than others. And then just take a look at how those guys did at the end of the week. How many missed the cut? How many finished in the top 10? See if I had the winner. That type of thing. I think it doesn't have to be exclusive to my friend Boston Capper, but I need to talk to somebody who plays multiple lineups or has a player. This is what I'm thinking, okay? Because I don't know how to do this. Say I have 20 players in my player pool. I want to plug them in. I want to make it. How many lineups can I make out of those 20 guys based on their price? Like the computer will figure that out for me, right? And then spit it out. Say you can make 40 lineups or 80 lineups or 120 lineups from these 20 guys. I don't know. So I like to know how to do that. Because maybe I have to limit the player pool because you'll get so many different unique lineups. I don't know if it's probably based on pricing. Anyway, the point being is that last week, now we're not going to spend a lot of time on the Canadian Open. Congratulations to Rory. I didn't have him. It was very top heavy in terms of top 20s. The only guys above 9,000, well, not the only guys, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 guys, 9,000 and above finished in the top 20. That's a lot. Okay, that's unusual. So pretty much all the guys above 9,000 hit. So I went over this birdie or better percentage thing last week. Now, the golf course played a lot harder than we had thought. It wasn't exactly a birdie fest until Sunday. But a remarkable number of guys that were on this birdie or better list that I made played well. Vince Whaley? Who the fuck is Vince Whaley? T35. Jimmy Knaus. Jimmy Hardkey. T25. Danny Lee. Fucking Danny Lee. T10 last week. So yeah, you had your guys, you're obviously you had your good players, your JTs and your Rorys and all these guys were up there, but I got a couple of hidden gems there in the 6,000. So I probably could have come up with if I had the balls or if I computerized this, that could have come up with a pretty decent freaking lineup. Jimmy Knaus, T25. Anyway, so out of those 23 players that I named, I had 5 missed cuts. All right, so 18 and 5. It's pretty good. I had the winner, 4 top 5s, 7 top 10s, 9 top 20s, and 11 top 25s. So half the player pool, 11 out of 23 finished in the top 25. So there might be something there. It's just something to think about as far as going forward. So this week, I made another player pool, and we'll see how those guys do. So we'll talk about it. It's going to be something we'll talk about on the show. You don't have to play these guys. It's just guys that stuck out to me. Maybe they do something, maybe they don't. So yeah, we don't have to talk about the Canadian Open too much. We could do the Listener League real fast. Let's do that. Our winner, guy lives down in Jupiter, Florida. Living that Jupe life. LV Big Blue. The hell's his name? Not Dylan. John Clemmer. Your trophy ball is on my kitchen table. It's addressed. It's packaged. It's ready to go. I just didn't go to the post office yesterday, and now we won't go until it's coming. There's going to be a little delay in the shipping department. So, but who do you have in his lineup? I have no idea. If you care, you can go look it up. Notable top 10s. Our boy Big Red with yet another notable top 10. Scott Van Loan. We know him. He finished at 3rd. Joe Nicely. Our guy. Joey Nicely. He's been solid lately. I think he finished 8th. Congratulations. Darbs 9. Our current leader in the clubhouse. Another notable top 10. Finished 9th. Let's see. Any other names here that I want to mention? No. Winnie Boom Boom. Congratulations to him. AJ LaRoche. You want to be notable? Well, you got to be more notable. All right, new rule. And notable top 11, my boy Jay Seals. I think. I thought he was 10th. I thought he placed, and then I checked the standings again, and he was 11th. Or that might have been last week. I don't know. I'm fucking tired. All right. So that puts a wrap on Canada. Does it? Yeah. What happened to me? What did I do last week? I was okay. Maybe we shouldn't roster guys because they like the tweet. Wish the guy a happy birthday. He liked it. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll play him. T65 for our boy Dylan Fratelli. Let's see. I had Sam Burns, T4. Oh, you know what? You know, I was giving my dad shit because he forgot to put Xander in as his one and done pick at, where was that? Was it the PGA Championship? It might have been the PGA Championship. I don't remember. But he forgot to put his pick in. Or he thought he put it in. Yeah, it was definitely the PGA Championship. He thought he put it in, and I guess he just never – maybe he didn't pick an alternate. It just never saved. I don't know what happened. But horrendous job by old Jack the Bear. Hey, you know, he's in his 70s now. You know, I'm old. I'm confused. It happens. But I really have no excuse for not putting in a one-and-done pick. Not only did I put it in Mayo's pool or Mayo's new pool or Josh's pool, I didn't put him in any. I'm like sniffing contention. Canadian Open was a big purse. That was a T4 I missed out on. So, little note to self, if that comes back to bite us in the fanny in another month or two. So I missed out on Sam Burns, T4. That was a good play. Sebastian Munoz, T25. Justin Rose, T4. Storming the field on Sunday. Dylan Fratelli, T61. He struggled. He made the cut, but he struggled. He battled back to make the cut. That was great, but no bueno. Nick Hardy, T35. He was kind of relevant. I think he made 5 bogeys in a row on Friday. It almost looked like he was going to miss the cut. He went from a top 15 to T60 in a hurry, but he hung in there. And JT Poston, what the fuck, man? So inconsistent, JT Poston. I really thought I was onto something with that Heritage Wyndham thing. Howard Varner played all right. What happened to... I don't know. Poston hurt me. So 5 out of 6 again. I finished 31st in the Carbon Cup. I'm still sitting in 5th place. It's not terrible. I dropped like a stone in the one and done. It's going to take a fucking miracle at this point to get relevant in one and done this year. So we're just going to have some fun with that. Take some cam chances. All right. I think that's it for Canadian Open. Do I have any other? I got no shout outs. I got no show and tell. I do have show and tell. Actually, what did I get today? Oh, I was just at the live podcast of the Shotgun Start, my favorite golf podcast. Andy Johnson, Brendan Porth. So happy to meet those guys. That was a huge throw for me. Huge. I also ran into Kyle Porter there. That was kind of cool. And earlier today at the golf course, I met Joel Beal. Shout out Joel Beal. I have a copy of Golf Digest right here. Little U.S. Open preview. I was going to take that in. We got to get CP in the print media action. But anyway, big day for me, golf media-wise. Hey, Chad. How are you? Charlie, I like the hat, too. Yeah, show and tell. This is from Charlie a couple weeks ago. Appreciate it. I got my shirt. Got my hat. So I got this poker chip, fried egg poker chip / ball marker. And it was just really cool to meet Andy. You know, he recognized me, which is just surreal. I fucking love that guy. Like, you have no idea. I've been listening to them for years, religiously, from the first episode. I knew that was going to be a good show. Anyway, so I'm having a really good day. All right. How many minutes are we in here? 14 minutes? Jesus. We've accomplished nothing. I didn't win any bets. at the Canadian Open. I came close with Burns. I went 2 for 4 and 2 for 5 with my 3 balls. My matchups were terrible. Only got 1 out of 5. The groups were terrible. I got 1 out of 3. I mean, I had Scheffler over Rory, so that hurt that. I'm just looking. My Sunday, let's see if we can salvage the week Sunday parlay. I went 5-2. Cam Smith lost to CP's boy, Patrick Rogers, and Shane Lowry lost to Corey Connors. Corey Connors shot 8 under. All right. Nobody gives a shit. All right, we're not going to talking about stupid Montreal or Toronto. Shout out to Canada. All right, done with that. All right, so the U.S. Open. Let's talk about the U.S. Open, shall we? So I was over at the golf course today. Now, I'm not going to act as if I am some sort of savant when it comes to seeing a golf course and knowing what it takes. I talked to my buddy Steve Shermer over at the Golf Gambling Podcast. He did a very in-depth course breakdown that's available on the SGPN app. You should check that out. Steve's very good. He's very thorough. A lot of detail. Some of the stuff you might not care about, but if you even care just a little bit, he's going to touch on it. So shout out to Steve. This golf course is fucking quirky. It's weird. It's a weird golf course. And it is on a mountain, it seems. I walk 6 holes. I walk for a living. And I walked 6, 7 holes today, and I was like, this sucks. There's too many freaking hills. It's not flat anywhere. Not flat anywhere. So what is that? That sounds like something. The rough off the fairways doesn't seem that horrendous. There are areas where it's, lost ball. Got to try to find your ball territory. But if you can hit the fairway on the fly and it rolls into the rough, not the deep stuff, but just regular rough, they're going to be able to hit it out of there. These greens are rock hard. I talked to a hose guy. Saw a guy on the side of the green waiting for Leishman to get off the green. He's there with his hose, ready to hose it down. They were hosing down the practice green today. I said, hey, can I ask you a question? And he said, yeah. I said, you getting orders to soften things up? He's like, quote. We got to keep them alive until Sunday. I said, I thought you had some rain come through here. He's like, nah, man, we got like 1/10 of an inch on Monday. That's it. It is hot as shit out there. It's a little breezy. It is going to be fucking crispy. Firm and fast. Hard. So, does that narrow a player pool or anything? I don't know. These guys play. It's going to be hard. And I don't know what the weather's going to do. I'm going to assume that it's going to be nice. CP said it was going to be hot as shit one day. They might have players complaining, but it doesn't look like the rough's not that bad. So, but it's still a U.S. Open. You're still going to have a premium on your short game. These balls are going to be rolling off the front. If you leave it short, if you go long, you're dead. Like, you still need to – it's still a U.S. Open. So, seeing the golf course today didn't really change anything. I had all my picks in last night. My lineup, all my bets, everything's done. Because I'm not in New Jersey anymore, and I can't make bets. No live betting. It's kind of a bummer. We'll adapt and overcome. So, I don't have anybody in my lineup that after I saw the golf course today, said, oh, that was stupid. Bryson's fucked. I can say that. I'm pretty. I can say that with confidence. Bryson's fucked. All this elevation. I have a thing with him and wedges and elevation and everything else. It's equal length irons, and he's never really played well on a hilly golf course. He did have one good round at Augusta once. Yes, I know, but I would bet him to miss the cut if you can, and I don't think you can. All right, so what am I looking for? Let's see. Do I need this? I'm gonna take a sip of water. You guys talk to Charlie as if Charlie is like some type of guru. Charlie's got all the answers. Right. I am looking now. I just want to see something. I'm looking at my history in the U.S. Open in terms of a roster. I had Reed as my one and done at Winged Foot. He finished T13, and he was leading early Thursday or Friday. Don't tweet on Thursday. 2018 Hideki T16. Okay. I don't know who won that one. That might have been one of Brooksy's. All right, so 2019 at Pebble Beach, I had that's when I had Justin Rose, first round leader. Ended up finishing third. I had Rose. I had Xander finishing third. Lucas Glover missed the cut. 5 out of 6. Fucking shock. Tommy Fleetwood made a putt on 18 on Friday to barely make the cut. I mean, it was a bomb. Bomb went in from like off the green. I think he putted from the fringe, made like a 40-footer, 30-footer to make the cut. Finished T65. He was a huge chalk bomb that week. Got in on the number. Leishman, Webb, T16. All right, so that wasn't a terrible lineup. Lucas Glover? Why did I pick Lucas Glover at Pebble Beach? That makes no sense. Yeah, pick a guy from the ACC to play on Poana Greens. That's smart. See, we learn a lot in 3 years. We're not going to do that again. I mean, we're going to learn, but we're not going to do stupid things like that before. What happened? Was there no U.S. Open? Oh, yeah. 2020 Winged Foot. What did I do there? That was in September. Xander 5th. Jason Day, T38. Ugh. Pat Reed, T13. Shane Lowry, T43. Alex Noren, T17. And Cam Smith, T38. Hey, that's a 6-6. U.S. Open guys. Grinders. Saving par like a motherfucker. Yeah, I finished 21st that week. All right. That's respectable. So I haven't been too bad at the U.S. Open, it turns out. So what am I looking for? I don't pay too much attention to stats. You know, even though it's all the same, even though it's the U.S. Open and they're all U.S. Opens, you have different venues and they're set up as U.S. Opens, but they require different skill sets. There's stark differences between a Torrey Pines and a Pebble Beach, and even a Winged Foot, or a Pinehurst, or a Marion. Like some of these courses are, they're hard, but some guys are dead before it even starts. And I think you have to factor that in. You have to consider the venue. You got to consider this guy finished in the U.S. Open here. Yeah, but it was a shorter course. You can kind of see it. Maybe you want to dig into the numbers of how he did it. Fine, that's your problem. But so I look a lot at U.S. Open history, but we're at a shorter course this year, and I just think it brings a lot more guys into play. I like to look at history in the majors. Just experience, majors pedigree, I think is important. your current form would help. These greens are a little goofy. They're POA. They're mixed with some bend. It's like a 75-25 mix. There's been a handful of golf courses. Again, my boy Steve, it's in his article. There's been a handful of golf courses that have that very similar mix, like the Travelers, I think, is one of them. But the side hill and goofy lies, I'm telling you, uphill, downhill, blind tee shots, blind approaches. It's goofy. It's goofy. So one of the things that I was thinking about trying to differentiate all these U.S. Open golf courses is that I keep giving them a plug, but I'm just telling the truth. My boy Steve, he like mentioned a theory that I thought was really interesting. And I talked about it on the show last week or 2 weeks ago about around the green game and the stats for your around the green numbers, whether you had short grass around the green and you're chipping or you're chipping out of the rough. And if there's a stark difference in those numbers, like you take a Victor Hovland, for example, it's notoriously not good, not a good chipper, bad short game, not good around the greens. But if we are at a golf course like we are this week, where there's rough around the greens, and maybe he gets lucky, his lie's not as bad as the guy next to him, who's an excellent, like a Cam Smith. But Cam Smith's got a shitty lie, and Victor Hovland's got a good lie. There's maybe a little more luck involved, and Victor Hovland wins a short game contest against Cam Smith. Now, short grass and everybody's got the same lie, it's obvious that Cam Smith's going to win that more times than not. So I've just been thinking about that theory for weeks now. And wouldn't you know it? Memorial, Cam Smith, he's always been he's been terrible. U.S. Opens, he's been bad. And, when he's got short grass around the greens, like Cam Smith at Pinehurst would be fucking smart. But he may not be smart here. If that theory is correct, it's something to think about. But I didn't like Cam Smith that much in Memorial. Now, he was better. I think he finished 14th or something. But it was the first time he had a decent appearance at Memorial. And it was just something to think about. So I was thinking about golf courses on tour that have rough around the greens. Like your Bay Hill, your Memorial, Torrey Pines, and I asked Steve, he threw out Eastlake out there, Eastlake, down in Atlanta. So it kind of gave me a reference point. I want guys, I shouldn't say guys, I want players that maybe have had some success on some of these golf courses and have a good enough short game at Memorial and Bay Hill and Torrey, even though those are all bigger ballparks. You're going to miss a lot of greens here. You got small greens. I don't know if you heard that. You may not have heard that anywhere else. So you take a combination of all those things, and that's how I came up with my with my player pool. So let's talk about my player pool. All right, half hour in. I'm going fast. I'm a half hour in. I'm just getting started. Thanks for sticking around. Please subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. That's what I want more than anything. That's what I want more than anything. I want subscribers on my YouTube channel. Please just hit the subscribe button. You can mute notifications. Just hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. You want to be helpful, you want to be supportive, you like the show or whatever, you think anything. Just subscribe. That's all I ask. All right, I'm done with this. This is my player pool right here. Okay, that's my player pool. This is the pricing. This is Canadian bullshit that I don't need. All right, so my biggest problem this week was to Xander or to not to Xander. I'm here. Xander's my guy. Life is pretty good. I tried this last year, and it fucking backfired as bad as it possibly could have at Torrey Pines. So do I go back to the well? Am I afraid to go back to the well? Nah, I'm not afraid. Xander's shit, misses the cut. Jon Rahm wins the U.S. Open again. I'm here for 4 days, and I have to deal with that. I don't even care anymore. It doesn't bother me. Good luck, Jon Rahm. Go win the U.S. Open. Win back-to-back U.S. Opens. Start building a legacy for yourself. I don't give a shit. I got the Dave Matthews concert Friday night. I'm here. I'm going to Travelers next week. Everything's good. So I'm not going to let results of a golf tournament dictate my mood or anything like that. So that being said, I have to look at Xander try to look at it objectively, and I don't feel it. I just don't feel it. I feel that he is a very popular pick. His ownership is high. Oh, you know what we should do? We should pull up ownership. His ownership is high, and his U.S. Open record is fantastic, and it's not sneaking up on anybody. And he is becoming I don't really have the balls to play Justin Thomas or Rory, so you know what? I'm going to take Xander because it's safe. That never works. That's not going to work. Now, can Xander top 10? Yes. Would that make him a good DraftKings play? Yes. Win equity, though? I want to have that win equity for a guy that's 9,600. I at least want to have a fighting chance, a bullet in the chamber. Maybe if things work out, it's possible. I don't think Xander's going to win. I don't think he's going to win. I can root for him all I want. I bet him in other areas. He doesn't have to win the whole tournament. He just has to, for me, he's got to beat like Patrick Cantlay in a matchup. That would be good. So I am not fading Xander. I'm just not playing him in my DraftKings lineup. I will be on the 10th hole tomorrow, ready to watch his round with Rory and Hideki, and it's going to be crowded, and I'm going to be annoyed. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. And I hope he does well. And if he's in the mix, I don't have a bet on him. His numbers sucked. Was about to overinvest. I bet other guys instead. And that's what I'm doing. All right, so ownership was updated 4 o'clock this afternoon. Oh, Jesus. Rahm's 10%. That's dumb. Rory's 20 and Rahm's 10. That's fucking dumb. It's dumb. That's dumb. Well, that's annoying. That is annoying. I actually have Rahm on. I'm in a pool where I have to pick 8 guys. Any 8 players. I think I have Rahm on that team. He's in my player pool. I put Jon Rahm in my player pool. Yeah, that's right. I got no shame. I had Harold Varner in my player pool last week. When you know, you know. All right, so I think Scotty Scheffler solid. He looked good on the putting green today. I'll tell you what, the guy was cannon. 8-footer after 8-footer after 8-footer. Xander's next to him with a fucking string, trying to figure stuff out. He's making 1 out of 3. It's Scheffler 10 feet away, just cannon 8-footer after 8-footer after 8-footer. It's like, well, there you go. That's why he's number 1 player in the world, and that's why you're middling around in the top 10. Because I don't know. It was a disgusting display of putting by my buddy. But maybe he's just fine-tuning some things, getting ready. Scheffler's 13%. That seems low. Best player in the world. I thought that would happen. Rory and JT would be the two highest owned guys. Maybe you could get lucky with a Scheffler. Scheffler's in my player pool. Jon Rahm's in my player pool. And so is Rory. I don't think Justin Thomas is going to finish in the top 20. And I say that because of his U.S. Open record. The places he's performed well in the U.S. Open, like Erin Hills and Winged Foot, they're not this place. And listen, Justin Thomas can finish in the top 20, yeah, but I don't have him in my player pool. I don't love him this week, so he didn't make it. I'll take Scheffler, Rahm, Rory instead. I expect Rory to play well, although I don't expect him to win. In the 9s, don't like Cam Smith. We're testing out this long grass, short grass theory. And Colin, unfortunately, Colin was cursed. And also, even if Colin brings his A game, it may not be enough. And if he doesn't have his A game, like he's probably not going to be competitive. And he hasn't really been great, although he is great and he can. What's his ownership? But yeah, he's 11%. But again, he's cursed, so we don't even have to talk about it. All right, so in the 9s, yeah, Xander, 21%. Really sneaking up on people. Real sleeper pick, Xander Schauffele. I already talked about him. People like Will Zalatoris, that makes a lot of sense. People like Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry hasn't sniffed the top 10 since Oakmont in the U.S. Open. This isn't a very open championship type golf course. And I don't know. I just don't. I'm fading the ownership on Lowry. Way back in the fall, maybe January. I don't know. No, it was December. Winter, not the fall, not January. In December, I did a majors preview pod with Andy Lack. And he gave me the rundown on everything that he knew at the time about the country club. Brookline, Boston, whatever the hell it's called. And when he was describing it, on that podcast, I had said, boy, that sounds a lot like Jordan Spieth, based on what you're telling me. And let's just think about this for a second. All right. What did we mention so far with this golf course? All right. We talked about the side hill and goofy lies, and it's very hilly. You know, when you hear uneven lies, like what golf course do you think of? You know the answer. So I'm not comparing this place to Augusta. I'm just saying that it is fucking hilly. It's hilly. And some guys don't like playing on uneven lies. You might think of Hawaii at the Century Tournament Champions. Who's good there? All right, so Jordan Spieth's won the Masters. So you got that going for him, which is nice. Jordan Spieth's won at East Lake. He's got a good finish at Memorial. Even the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines last year, Jordan Spieth finished 20th? Solid T20. Is he good at Pebble Beach? Now, it's a different setup. He wasn't good at the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach, but he was kind of not the Jordan Spieth that he is now. So a lot of those U.S. Opens, 2017, 18, 19, like that wasn't Jordan Spieth. That was somebody else. So what do we get a good Jordan Spieth now? And we have a little bit of wind, and we have small greens. Oh, you hear about small greens. All right, well, what are the two smallest greens on tour? You got Pebble Beach, and you got fucking Heritage. Well, who won the Heritage this year? Who's won at Pebble Beach? There's a lot pointing to Jordan Spieth. And yes, this food poisoning or whatever, stomach bug, whatever he's got going on is not ideal. But it's not going to knock him out for 4 days. If he can hang in there and he can be creative and he can hit some iron shots, this rough is not super, super penal. It's not a super long golf course. I expect Jordan Spieth to play well. I bet him that he is anchoring my DraftKings lineup. He's in a way, he's like, you could say he's a pick to win. I have him as one of my one and dones. I have 2 one and dones this week. Scotty Scheffler is the other one, who I haven't used yet, apparently. So I have Scheffler and Spieth and one and done. But I think Jordan Spieth's going to play well. And we'll see what happens. He might not. He might be sick. He might WD. We don't know. We'll find out. All right. So that's Spieth. Next, I have Will Zalatoris in some stuff. He's not on my DraftKings lineup. He is in the player pool. But you know who I like? You know who I like. You know who I like. Didn't play Xander. So we got to stick with our friends and family. And we're going to have to play Hideki at the U.S. Open. I think he's finished top 25 in the U.S. Open this past 7, I think. Something like that. I don't have the spreadsheet up. I don't need it. Okay, fine. Fact check me. He's been really good in the U.S. Open. All different venues. Hideki's finished top 5 at Torrey Pines. He's good at Bay Hill. I think he's been good at East Lake. I think. Plays well at Augusta. Not going to be worried about the goofy lies. He's got a good short game. Now, will he make enough putts? I don't know. He's been really good in the U.S. Open. He's coming in. What is he, 10% owned? 9. Low ownership. And let me say this. He just was forced to WD from the Memorial. Right? Now, he wasn't playing that great. I think he was +3, +4 after 9 holes on Thursday and then got WD'd or disqualified or was forced to WD. So he may not have made the cut anyway. Not the point. The point is that last year, if you remember, somebody was forced to WD from Memorial and then went on to win the U.S. Open. And now Hideki Matsuyama was forced to WD and maybe now he wins the U.S. Open. No one, I haven't heard one fucking peep about Hideki. He got disqualified because he had something on his driver. He was awesome. He was fucking awesome at the Byron Nelson. It was a fucking stripe show. So much so that I'm let's run it back with Hideki at the PGA. It wasn't great. It was average. I heard Andy Johnson say that he talked to Hideki's caddy and Hideki kind of needed the rest. So that was good. So we're not worried about his neck based on that third place finish at the Byron Nelson. So I'm not worried about his health. I don't know if other people are. Maybe they don't realize what happened. But he's low owned, and I'll take Hideki Matsuyama in the U.S. Open. So I bet Hideki. He's in my lineup, so I got Hideki and Spieth to start. I like that. Pretty confident. All right, moving on. In the eights, I don't like a lot of players in the 8s. In fact, I only have 2. And I don't even like them that much. I forgot to write that down. I only have 2 players in the 8s. Sorry, excuse me. Gooch 75. First one's Finau. That seems like a no-brainer, right? He's in the player pool. He's not on my lineup, but he's in the player pool. And I took him out of my lineup because he's very highly owned, and he's Tony Finau. And, yeah, he's 50% owned, which isn't really high owned for that range. Wow, look at Billy Boy. Okay, so he's not that high owned. I take it back, which is kind of surprising. I'm still not playing him because then I have to watch him putt. I think my theory with Finau was he has 3 missed cuts in the U.S. Open. He was fucking atrocious at Torrey last year. Shout out to Charlie. Finau by 5. He was terrible, and he also missed a cut at Pebble Beach. But he made the cut at Winged Foot, had a good finish, and also what else? Maybe Chambers Bay, and maybe Erin Hills. Not Chambers Bay, Erin Hills, and Shinnecock. He was in the final group on Sunday at Shinnecock. So look at that: Shinnecock, Winged Foot, and well, I don't know Erin Hill's short grass situation, but I know Shinnecock and Winged Foot had some pretty significant runoff areas, I think. I could be wrong about that, especially at Winged Foot. Winged Foot had those runways, though. The front of the green was open, and that's why Bryson was able to do what he did, and that just was a goofy setup to begin with. And nobody was in the fairway all freaking week, so it's hard to compare anything to Winged Foot. And I don't want to say anything inaccurate that makes me sound like an idiot. I could be wrong about that. But I'm not wrong that he missed the cut at Torrey Pines, and he also missed the cut at Pebble Beach. And maybe Tony, who never plays Bay Hill, who doesn't have any type of spectacular record at Memorial, he does have a good finish at Torrey, but with the higher ownership, the popularity, and him playing so well the last couple weeks, just I'm not 1,000% convinced that Finau is going to top 20 this week. So I didn't put him in my lineup. I had him. On multiple occasions. My D lineup. It's I had my first line or my fourth lineup, I think, had Finau in it. Maybe my fifth or my sixth. But my final lineup does not have it. So my squeamish pick of the week, my guy that if he has a good week, I might have a good week. I don't expect him to. I'm hoping he does. And that will be a win for me, assuming everything else works out. I'm going to play Brooksy. I'm going to give it one more shot. There's no good golf explanation other than his U.S. Open history to play Brooks Koepka. Guy hasn't played golf. He just got married. We don't know how healthy he is. He hasn't played in forever. He's missed the cut at the first 2 majors this year. All true. That is all accurate. Yet, his last 4 U.S. Opens, he's finished 4th, 2nd, 1st, and 1st. Now, is he the same player he used to be? No. I know that. But what if he plays? What if Brooks Koepka plays well at 7% owned and 40-1. Brooks Koepka comes out, wins the U.S. Open, and it takes off for the Saudi League. Who's surprised? Not me. He's done it before. The golf course might set up well for him. I don't know what he's been up to. I mean, I know he got married and probably hung over and hanging out with Ludacris and all this shit 2 weeks before a major. I don't know. I just feel like it's an opportunity. I had a lineup with a lot of guys, a lot of like seasoned vets, a lot of seasoned veterans. And we'll get to some of the guys at the 7 range. And I'm just like, I can't have a whole roster full of these guys. Some of them are going to bomb out, but some of them are going to pop because it's a U.S. Open and it's hard, and it's probably going to be somebody that nobody's talking about. And the only people talking about Brooks Koepka are the people saying, you can't bet Brooks Koepka. We've done this before. I'm done with it. I'm not falling for it again. I can understand. I get it. I'm there with other players. That doesn't matter. I'm not doing it anymore. Done. Adam Scott, you're very handsome. We're done. So I get it. But I'm just gonna one for the family. It's a friends and family thing. Jen is a friend of the show. We like Jenna Sims. We like Brooksy. So I'm going to take a shot. I'm not playing Xander. Maybe I can get like a sneaky Brooks here. I could fall flat on my face. He could WD. But he had a goofy year last year and was right there at the PGA. He was there at the U.S. Open, finished 4th at Torrey, and he was hurt and he wasn't finishing well. And it's fucking golf, man. You don't know. So I like Brooks. We'll see what happens. I can't believe how late I'm going. All right, so those are the guys I like in the 8s. Oh, I forgot to mention Victor Hovland. I think I only mentioned him as somebody I wouldn't want in a chipping contest. Hovland's in the player pool. If this short grass theory is correct and Hovland's okay out of the rough, because everyone's going to struggle chipping out of the rough. Now, his form hasn't been great, but I do like Victor more than I like Morikawa, let's say. But I do have Hovland in the player pool because I think that he could ball strike his way to a top 20. I forgot to mention that. All right, so in the 7s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 guys in the 7s. Now, they're not all in my DraftKings lineup, but I have 7 guys that I like, and that's one of the reasons why I had all these different machinations of guys and lineup. Like, I didn't know where to go. Ultimately, I decided to go with something new. Let's see. Who was the highest owned? Who's the highest guy? Like Louis, 7,600. All right, coming off 12th in Saudi. His last 3 U.S. Opens, top 10. Should have won last year's. Can handle the rough, whatever. He should have won Torrey. I don't really care for Louis. I don't want to invest in him. I don't. It makes sense from a U.S. Open pedigree standpoint. He was hurt, but if he was so hurt, he finished 12th last week. If you just wanted to play for the money, you don't finish 12th if you're injured. He would have finished bottom 10. He finished 12th, I think. So it seems that he's healthy, and he does play well in the U.S. Open. But I can't. I got no balls, so I can't not pulling the trigger. Right? Louis, crusty veteran. Webb Simpson, another crusty veteran. All right? He's been hurt all year, starting to show a little something. We're on a shorter golf course. Yeah, like you can make the case. He was okay at Pebble Beach. He had no chance at Torrey Pines. That makes sense. He was all right at the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. But Webb's a guy, doesn't play like Memorial, doesn't really play Bay Hill, doesn't play Torrey. He's been okay at East Lake, but maybe he doesn't love. He's a South guy. He's a Bermuda guy, maybe an overseed. Poa and Webb may not mix, although I think he had like a top 5 at the Rocket Mortgage, which had the same type of greens, I think. Or good at the Travelers or something. So maybe he can putt on these greens. But again, I don't want to invest in these crusty old guys. Like I can't have like Louis and Webb. Maybe one of them. I can get lucky that I picked the right one. But that usually doesn't happen, first of all. And it's like I'm just tired of going to the well over and over again. With like, I could be a veteran, who could grind it out, and this guys like might be safe. They're not safe. They got bad necks. They're old. It's gonna be hard. It's a tough walk. I need some youth. I want some vim and vigor. I need somebody who's gonna be able to survive 72 holes and has a little bit more upside. Webb's not gonna win. Louis not gonna win. Like Louis might top 5. Top 10. But I'm not willing to risk that. So where did I go? I played Aaron Wise. Okay? That's different for me. That's different for me. That's not something I would normally do. I wouldn't play. I got you, buddy. I wouldn't play Aaron Wise over a Webb Simpson in a U.S. Open, former U.S. Open champion, ever. But I got to change it up. I got to take a chance. We're gambling. I got to take a gamble. So if you look at Aaron Wise, I got to make a case for Aaron Wise because it's so gross. Aaron Wise is coming in at 13% owned, which is fairly high for somebody who's 7,800. Less than Mito, much less than Sung Jae, a little less than Keegan. I don't understand the Keegan thing. I really don't. Let's look at Aaron Wise. And I'm going to explain to you why he jumped out at me. Just finished second at Memorial. Okay? We'll start with that. Rough around the greens. That was important to me. All right? So he just finished second at Memorial. 23rd at the PGA. His last couple of majors actually have not been that terrible, if you look at it. Where is it? Come on. Oh, maybe he didn't play in the U.S. Open last year. If you look at Aaron Wise's best finishes, Wells Fargo, Quail Hollow, that's a big, beefy ballpark. A lot of quirky bullshit. I think there's rough around the green there, too. I'm not sure. It might be totally irrelevant that Aaron Wise likes Wells Fargo or Quail Hollow. What's the other one? I saw something on here. Yeah, Memorial T9 last year. So a second and a T9 at Memorial. Oh, he finished 17th at the 2019 Masters. 17th at the PGA Championship last year. So he's got some major pedigree. Tour Championship, T15. And at the Bay Hill this year? He was with Rahm, and he was paired with Rahm on the last day. Where did he end up finishing? 17th, I think? Arnold Palmer, T17. Yeah. Do you ever do anything at the Farmers? Not that I can see. Anyway, He fits the bill. He's in good form. You know, he's one of these young guys that you want to see him like pick off a top 10 in a major. You know, kind of show your teeth a little bit, show your pedigree. Aaron Wise got good pedigree, you know. I think he won a USAM. Starting to figure things out with the putter. And maybe this is like a bit of a breakout for him. That's what I'm gambling on. Rather than try to pitch my wagon to Louis or Webb. It's like, let's take a chance with Aaron Wise. Little Aaron Wise coming out party. So we played him. And I am also going to play we got ownership here. I am going to play a 7% Taylor Gooch. I don't know why Taylor Gooch is 7%. If it's the Saudi thing or what. He was really good at the PGA. He was knocking the shit out of the ball. He missed a lot of. I went over it on the show the week after. What did he miss? Like 10. I think he made 2 makeable putts inside 10 feet. Had a bad Saturday, but then bounced back on Sunday. Yo, Taylor Gooch is good. Taylor Gooch is he's a great iron player, and he's got a great short game. And he's another guy that could break out, so to say. And nobody really – like, I don't think my dad knows who Taylor Gooch is, to be quite honest with you. Ranked 36th in the world. Taylor Gooch, Bay Hill, rough around the greens, T7. Farmers Insurance Open, T20. Memorial, T18. Am I missing something? Oh, Farmers Insurance Open, T3. That's what I'm missing. So, yeah. He's had top 10 finishes at all these golf courses where I'm factoring in rough around the greens. He's been good in majors now that he's getting in them. And he's low owned. And if he's only low owned because he's playing in Saudi Arabia, that doesn't mean he can't top 20. He just top 20 at the PGA. Why can't he top 20 here? Guy's got a great short game. So I'm taking a chance on Taylor Gooch. So who else do I like? I put an outright on Reed, 100-1. Another guy who's won at Torrey Pines. And I'm telling you, this rough isn't that penal. And if it does become a short game contest, Patrick Reed it's relevant. It's relevant. So I just bet him outright. Don't have him on the team. I may or may not have him in a matchup. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Reed is in my player pool. So $7,000 guys in my player pool. Patrick Reed, Louis. I like Brian Harman. I don't know why. It's a shorter golf course. He's been okay form-wise. I like him. I don't love him. I like Taylor Gooch. I like Aaron Wise. And Webb is also in there. And the last guy that I have in my lineup he's only 11% owned, which I guess is high in that range. Well, Sungjae's 25 and Mito's 16. So I've been hemming and hawing about crusty old guys, and I'm going to play Justin Rose. Like I said, I can't play Justin Rose, Louis, and Webb. Rather than play those guys, I took 2 of them out, Louis and Webb, and I put in a little youth little enthusiasm with Gooch and Aaron Wise, hoping for the best. And look, I liked Rose last week. I didn't expect him to go out and shoot 60. I didn't expect his price to be what, 7,100? 7,100. Like that's a misprice. And honestly, I thought his ownership would be higher. Now people, I guess, don't like Justin Rose. It's fine. There's been comps to this golf course to Marion, which hosted a U.S. Open, that Justin Rose won. He hit the ball pretty good last week. He's won Torrey Pines. I think he won Memorial or top 5 Memorial. He won a FedEx Cup, right, at East Lake. The rough around the green is not going to be a thing. He's got like an Augusta history in terms of worried about, like, he can handle different lies, side hill, uphill, downhill. I'm not worried about the greens, the POA, and the bent. He's fine. And he's not like, it's, people noticed, but nobody, like, people didn't notice enough. It's not like Justin Rose is being picked all over the place. I initially thought like Finau was an automatic, and yeah, like Rose is an automatic, and it's like their prices are too low. Just play them. People are playing Sung J M. I get it, but I'm gonna play Rose, and I don't even think it's that squeamish. Guy was great last week. He's in good form. He fits, so it's not even that squeamish. I think the only squeamish guy I got is Brooks. Everybody else, I'm expecting them. I expect Spieth to play well. I expect Hideki to play well. Aaron Wise, keep it going. Taylor Gooch, keep it going. Justin Rose, keep it going. Low-owned guys nobody's talking about that are playing good golf and they fit the golf course and they got the short game and it's the U.S. Open and we're going to see what happens. Brooksy's the only one that I'm like, oh, God. That could just blow everything up. Now, Brooksy can play well and Justin Rose can suck. The one hang up I have about Rose is that when I saw him at Torrey Pines last year, Rose was in the opposite wave of Xander. So when Xander was done in the morning, in the afternoon, I was like, I'll go check out what Justin Rose is doing. I got Rose. I think he was playing with Adam Scott and DJ, or I don't remember the specific pairing. But I followed them around for a little while, and it was the worst play of golf I've ever seen by a professional golfer. And I'm somebody who's followed around Russell Knox. I followed around Kyle Stanley. I follow around Brendan Steele. All right, these guys aren't Hall of Famers. And Justin Rose at Torrey Pines last year, I couldn't believe how bad he was. He was hideous. And I may have sworn Rose off at that point. I played him last week and it worked. And we're going to give it one more shot. I don't know. I have no idea. It was so bad I could chalk it up to being an anomaly, I would say. So I am, that's my lineup. In the sixes, I have a little outright bet on Francisco Molinari. He's been playing a little better. That's just a hunch thing. Just a hunch. Probably going to be, I knew he'd be like triple digits. He's playing a little bit better. Now, if this was the 2019 Masters, great lineup I have. Well, before I switched out Wise and Gooch, or switched in, when I had Webb and Louis. But, yeah, Molinari playing a little bit better. Quotes in the news about how he's really trying to get back to what he was. I don't think he's going to be a factor at St. Andrews. So I just think, let's see what's going on here. Take a chance on Molinari. I had Mackenzie Hughes, U.S. Open, hard. Mackenzie Hughes grinded out. Maybe he's in my player pool. And Bo Hostler. Bo Hostler's got top 20s at Bay Hill, Memorial, and Torrey Pines. That's why. And he's 6,400. And he's been okay form-wise lately. He hasn't missed 6 cuts in a row. So I have 20 guys in my player pool. 1, 2, 3, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 20 guys in my player pool. We'll see what happens with that. You got guys from all different ranges. I gave you my DraftKings lineup. I gave you my one-and-done picks. I gave you my bets, my outrights. So we could get out of here. My brother wants ownership, and I need to go to sleep because I've been up since, I think, 4 o'clock this morning. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay. I'm not playing anything. DraftKings knows I'm out of the state. So they're not going to let me bet. But I can look at what I bet and talk about it with you guys. I need Golden State to win the title. I'm sitting here in Boston, and I need Golden State to win. Oh, I don't have the Wi-Fi on here? Come on, man. This is freaking bullshit. Wi-Fi's on. Let's go. I know the password. Jeez. There it is. Okay. Let's try this again. No? Okay. My brother's got some bets in here too, so I don't have to. But yeah, I need Golden State to win the title. I'll win $700. Let's fucking go. Don't think I don't need that money? Jesus. And then we can worry about Colorado winning the Stanley Cup. I bet 5 guys. These are terrible odds, but just in case. They do have a short par 3 here. I have the greens are fucking rocks, though. That's the problem. They give you 101 odds on anybody to make a hole-in-one for the tournament. 101. Everybody in the field. So I put $1 on Colin Morikawa, Jordan Spieth, Hideki, Justin Thomas, and Xander to make a hole-in-one. So if any of those guys make a hole-in-one, I win $100. So let's fucking go. My matchup parlay, I have Xander over Cantlay. So I need Xander to beat Cantlay. He doesn't have to beat anybody else. He just has to beat Patrick Cantlay. I have Gooch over Hatton. I have Spieth over Cam Smith. Hovland over Burns. How about that? That's ballsy. Rose over Fleetwood. Told you Fleetwood was terrible at Pebble Beach. Sung Jae over Lowry. And Scotty Scheffler over Rahm. Which I got to be honest with you. I don't really like that one anymore. I'm not going to go over these groups. There's too many guys. I have Gooch, Hideki, Rose, and Spieth in my group parlay. This is the one I want. No, it's not. Parlay, 5, what is this? Is this my brother's bet or my bet? I got a 3-ball parlay here. I took Rahm over Rory and JT. You hear that? I took Rahm over Rory and JT. I got to write this down. I got Will Zalatoris over Berger and Hovland. So that's goofy. See, you fucking bet against yourself. I got Zalatoris over Berger and Hovland, but I need Hovland to beat Sam Burns. So what do? Come on, Victor Hovland, but don't beat Zalatoris. Just beat Sam Burns. I need him to finish Zalatoris, Hovland, and then Burns. Yeah, that's not asking for too much. Oh, I got Zalatoris in my mega parlay. So, yeah, I want Zalatoris to beat Hovland and Berger. Hideki to beat Homa and Neiman. Rose to beat Varner and Answer. And Jordan to beat Collin and Burns. So that'll be. Oh, how about this parlay? What do you think it is? 50 to 1. Jordan Spieth, top 5. Well, I kind of like him to really contend. Jordan Spieth, top 5. Will Zalatoris, top 10. He could top 10. Cameron Young, top 20. 50 to 1. Spieth, top 5. Zalatoris, top 10. Cam Young, top 20. 50 to 1. Let's fucking go. That'd be nice. So, yeah, I bet Molinari, I bet Reed, couple bucks. My big bets are Hideki, Spieth, and Brooks. Did my brother bet Brooks? Yeah, he did. That's my brother's bet. And, yeah, we did the matchups. We did the parlays. We did everything. All right, I think I'm going to go to sleep. Hour 15. That's too long. Screw you, Clam Diver. Go watch somebody else. I ain't got time for you. I'm not going to get triggered. All right, I'm going to go. I think that's it. So, best of luck to you this week. I'm hoping for a good week. Next week is the Travelers. I will be home, and then I'm going to the Travelers next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that'll be fun. Do I have anything else? Best of luck this week. I hope you guys all win a whole shit ton of money. There's some good contests out there. And, yeah. I've had a day, and tomorrow's going to be even better, and we're just getting started. Friday's going to be amazing, and we're just getting started. And I am having a hard time taking it all in. So thanks for sharing it with me, so to say, or being part of this week and this experience. I just met Andy Johnson and Brendan Porath. I fucking love those guys. It was so cool. And they know who I am. Met Joel Beal, knows who I am. Met Kyle Porter, knows who I am. That's crazy. I'm just some schmuck sitting on my couch talking about golf. And these guys who are like pretty well known in golf media, they're all like, yeah, Nagel, yeah. I know you. They could have been lying, but they're not lying. They know who I am. How about that? So look at me accomplishing stuff. All right, we're going to do some more stuff in the future. Line up some interviews, talk to some people, and we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to go. Hey, Kyle Dotson, you fucking ringer. Appreciate it. Great show. Yeah. I love the live reports coming. Keep them coming tomorrow. I got a problem tweeting tomorrow because it's Thursday. Probably can't tweet on Thursday. So I have to, adjust as the day goes on. Maybe I'll talk about other people. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna lose battery on my phone because you're constantly on your phone checking stuff. You need the map, you need this, you need that. Everything's on the app. They don't give you any. There's no paper, so I gotta write all this shit down. I don't even know what the fucking pairings are. So, anyway, all right, I'm gonna go. I'm losing it. Thanks for watching. I disagree, Scott, and I don't know what to tell you. She is a friend of Jenna's. I understand, but get a battery charger. Thanks. That's solid advice. I'll just let it go. Sure you will. All right, I'm going to go. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. Again, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're not helping me even a little. If you want to just be even minorly supportive, just subscribe and then turn off your notifications if you have to. It's not that big of a deal. Just subscribe. I need to grow the number. All right? All right, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week. Good luck. All right, let's go Xander. All right. Bye-bye.